Hey everybody, Matt from Slabathor here. Today we're going to walk through operation and flattening of your Slabathor robot. Let's dive in. If you don't like to use a smartphone, there's 3 buttons on the back, and that covers a whole day of flattening. Green's going to start it, red's going to stop it, and silver's going to take it home. So, green starts it, it'll go the same pattern the entire time. It backs off a 1/4 inch, and then it advances an inch. That whole thing, again and again. Great. After you've gone far enough and you want to return back to home for the next pass, press the silver button and it takes us home. If you want to set the home position, that's going to be wherever you plug in your Slabathor at. So right now it's here. I can use the silver button to move the router carriage this way, and the green button will move the router carriage that way. Great. If this is a good place to set your home position, go ahead and unplug your robot, wait a few seconds, plug it back in, wait a few seconds, and this is now home. So if we start the robot, it'll take a few passes, and whenever we want to, we'll send it back to that same home position we just set. And that's everything you need for a whole day of flattening. If you prefer more fine-grained control, you'll want to use a smartphone. Oh, hey, thanks buddy. All right, at the top there's a button that says connect. That's going to help not only connect us over Bluetooth, but also show the current connection status. Mine's showing connected, which means I'm good to go. The next section is the parameters. These are the feeds and speeds that Slabathor uses when flattening a slab. First off is the cut width. This is how far Slabathor will advance your router every pass whenever it turns to the reverse end stop. So right now it's set to 1 inch. What you'll notice is that every time we get to the back, we advance it 1 inch. Now, if you're doing a softer wood or you have a much larger router bit, you can set that to a higher value, and then your router will go forward more every pass. So I just set it to 2 inches. You notice that now we're going 2 inches every time. The forward speed and reverse speed control how fast Slabathor moves forward and how fast it'll move in reverse. I just set Slabathor speed now to 50%. You notice it going really slow forward and 100% reverse. If you notice that your Slabathor is stalling out, this can happen sometimes if the speed is too low. And if that's the case, I'd recommend setting it a little higher and trying again. The next section is our cutting position. This is helpful for setting up your cut and setting your cut start, but once you press the green button, it'll go through using the feeds and speeds and follow the normal pattern. Just like we can hold down the silver button or the green button to move it back and forth, you can do the same thing in the app. The right button will move it towards the home, and the left button will move it towards the end. If this is where you want your home position to be, you can just press the set cut start, and this is your new home position. So if we move quite a bit that way and then go home, we'll go right back to that same position we just set. And that's the cutting position. If you want to move a specific distance, you can always hold down the left or right button and it'll pop up a second dialog. Then you can set the exact distance you want to move and it'll move that distance. So if I knew I was exactly 2.5 inches away from where I wanted to be, now we just move 2.5 inches. And that's your cutting position. The last section is the go, stop, and home. These are the same buttons that are on the back of the device, and they do the exact same thing. Go starts, stop stops, and home will send you right back home. And that's the whole app. Just to recap, you don't need the app if you just want simple building, but if you want those fine-grained controls of feeds and speeds, it's a nice little tool to have. That's all I got today. Thanks so much for watching.